So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to be standing here in first of its kind digital Northeast. And while I heard that we have done 24 such events across the country, and it took some time for even Indian Express Group to reach here, and nevertheless, in fact, it's good to be here. And digital Northeast is something which, so why I thought of putting a few slides where, it should connect with the audience we have. So why, do what you can't in terms of, it's not a mantra, it's not a philosophy, it's a mission which this company carry forward. And this not only brings the touch, the problem statements you have, it also brings the lot of value what Samsung brings to you. And I'll just play a small video, and this will connect that what Samsung brings to you. So I follow our Honorable Prime Minister on Twitter, and while coming here, I was just searching and reading few of his tweets which he had written about Northeast, which he has written about mobile governance. So very clearly, when this government came, it was very clear vision from Honorable Prime Minister that act east and act fast was a very clear vision from his side, and which I could see the enablement, the kind of Secretary IT presented his achievements, his solutions, what Nagaland has been able to achieve. I was amazed to see, and that's where Nagaland was not far away from any other state. We cover across the country, and it is as similar to what Karnataka is doing. It is as similar to Tamil Nadu is doing. It is as similar to any other larger IT state is doing. So which gives me a confidence that one needs to spend some time, one needs to bring the technology into the northern eastern states, and that's where this vision was, act east and act fast. Second very critical message what I could gathered from his tweets was that let's bring mobile into all services. And once the mobile is there, I don't know how many of you would agree with me that today 80% of our work today is being taken care by mobile. We are able to fulfill all our, kids' fees, school fees. We are able to submit documents. We are able to file electricity bill. We are able to, do whatever is required, even book tickets. We are today able to enable a lot of such, analytical tools which are today available on the mobile devices. So what Samsung brings on the table? We today are not only a device company. We are not only limited to building up a mobile, but we bring devices, we bring security, we bring solutions, we bring services. And that's the whole package I would like to take you across in the next 10 to 15 minutes, that what Samsung brings to you. So most of the time, we think through that Samsung would build one device to two devices, but somehow we have close to 40 devices, and that's where our reach is. It's not only limited to a 5,000 or a 10,000 rupee device, but we start from 1,000 rupee and goes up to 1 lakh rupee a device. So that's the kind of reach we have built over the years, and that's the kind of strength we carry. Security, I don't know how many of us are aware about that. While our most of the time goes into mobile, how many of us are aware that mobile security is equally important? And at the same time, we have enabled security on our desktop, we have enabled security on the network, we have enabled security on the data centers, but it is equally important. Today we are using mobile for mobile transactions, for payments, for making transaction to a larger values as well. For all of these reasons, it is equally important that we have a mobile security platform. And we are the only company who has its own mobile security platform. So I'll just run a small video just to give you a glance of what Samsung security platform is.
Every second, every day, information runs. Powers businesses, helps them grow. But it needs to be kept safe without security getting in the way. Introducing the new Samsung Knox. Knox is a better way of working on devices designed for business. Knox is safety from threats and manageable IT. With Knox, teams share, create, build fast, work the way they want, anywhere, anytime, with no compromise. For more productive businesses, every second, every day.
So Gartner has rated us the strongest into the mobile device management and mobile security since last 3 years. 29 governments across the world, which are primarily the Western countries, which are Europe, US, Korea, have selected Knox as a platform for the government services, and most importantly, this is a defense-grade security system. We have more than 700 million devices today which are using Knox as a platform. And more importantly, we have been recognized across the globe. Today, most of the head of states, which includes the presidents, prime ministers of various countries today, use as a Knox platform as a security parameter on their mobile phone, just to make sure that they are secure. And I would not like to name, but when we are saying that it has been towards the Western side, most of the larger countries have adopted this. And you would be happy to know that in India as well, we have almost all states, some way or the other, they have picked up this. And today, most of the tenders and the RFPs which have been floated comes with mobile device management or mobile security as a platform required into the devices. On the solution side, very importantly, we don't limit ourselves, as I said, on the device framework. We work with the integrators very closely, and most of the POS machines, you would have noticed, as Sir said that he's been using attendance system. So we are there in that league as well, where the platform or the compute or a tablet or a mobile framework goes along with the integrated device, whether on the FPS, which is fingerprint, or even on the iris platform as well, which is where we have a cutting edge. So these are three of the kinds of devices we have made and integrated in different platforms, whether it's on the portable printer, whether it's on the biometric scanner, whether it's on the smart card readers. All of that has been integrated and is been functioning well into the various states. This is just 8 or 9 such departments which I am trying to showcase today. But at the same time, today mobility can be used for anything. And these are few of the projects which we have picked up just to showcase our strength, case studies. But at the same time, mobility as a framework can be utilized for any need which is there, where the field force or anything which is which has to be done either on the field or remotely, which can be utilized on a mobile platform or a tablet platform. So this is just to give you a flavor that agriculture, education, rural and panchayati raj, health and family welfare, law and enforcement, revenue, and local governance have already across the country has been using mobile for various needs and various applications. This is one of the case study. In fact, everybody knows about National Health Mission Scheme. This is a picture of an Anmol app which has been getting deployed across the country. And again, a vision from Honorable Prime Minister that health as a parameter is extremely important for this country. And today, after digitalizing, the need of digitalizing at the local level, at the Gram Panchayat level has been so high that today with this kind of scheme, the online reporting is happening real time. Today, with the woman and child monitoring during her pregnancy stage, and including the vaccinations and the children vaccination has been so monitored closely that today the health status and the health index which WHO has presented in last fiscal year has improved drastically. And this is one of the reasons that we have brought technology into this game. We have brought technology framework into this so that the real-time monitoring could be assessed and could be noticed at a state level easily, so that the money which is being spent over these schemes are being rightfully given to the women or the child who are under the DBT schemes. On the education side, we had implemented a very, very classic case in the state of Andhra Pradesh, where importantly the attendance was a very critical parameter. Most of the time when the kids were given the midday meal schemes, the count was much higher too, because there was pilferage, there was issues around it, and even at the deployment phase, when we received the order, we found that the number of devices which were required to the number of schools, there were 20% schools which were not visible. While the list was there, but the school was not there when we went to that address. Second important point which we noticed was that the number of students which was which we were given and the count was there, including the teachers, includingly was missing. And immediately the state found, or the ROI for the state was such that they were able to recover the cost of the project in the first 6 months itself. And that's how the digital framework enabled into the education, where the pilferage was there, where the scheme was not getting into the hands of the rightful people, was immediately noticed and delivered to the rightful people. And this way, the government was able to save something around 40%, while these data are not visible or not being recorded on the websites or but this is what we came to know while deployment of the project. rural and panchayati Raj. So today the mobility has reached to the last leg of the our hierarchy. And once we reach to the rural and panchayati Raj, today the monitoring of the projects are today happening at the real time. So whether it's a digging up of well, whether it's a building up of schools, whether it's building up of water resources, whether it's building up of any important resource which is required at the village level, today has been monitored at a real time. So that's the benefit of a mobile technology, which is today remote, today which could be able to geotag the location, which could be able to click picture at the real time. So that's the enablement which rural and panchayati Raj departments across the country are doing today to enable so that the real-time project status can be monitored. Local governance. So most of us would have paid, inflated electricity bills. Most of us would have errors in the electricity bill. But today, with the mobile technology and the integration with the meters, which are digital meters, today through a technology where the content is delivered on the app itself, and that could be digitally signed by the user, and that could also be enabled immediately at that moment of time. So that's a kind of change we require, because all of this pilferage was going, which was a loss to you, which was a loss to the government, which was a loss to the individual citizen, and that is all which has been enabled through the digital access on the mobility framework. Law enforcement, this is one of the best case studies which I have noticed across the country. This is for the state of Telangana, Hyderabad Police, where they have integrated everything into a single app. Today, even the e-challan, which is for traffic, passport verification, we all remember how the passport was a pain. Today that happens on a tablet, where somebody comes and it's a real time that you have been verified, your all documents are scanned there and send it across at that moment of time. Migration tracking, crime scenes, e-codes. There are many applications which Hyderabad Police has been able to enable into a single app, and it's one of the successful rollout. Now CCTNS as well is developing an app which will be rolled out across the country. NIC has been doing that, and in fact once that happens, so you don't even have to go to a police station for lodging a FIR. So somebody has to be called and he can come to your home or some other place where you are convenient and you are able to lodge a FIR. So that's one of the success story where the mobility framework had enabled police to be not in office but on field. So a very important aspect which Samsung brings on is services. So we have, as a group, we have 24/7 customer call centers, we have remote assistance, we have live chats, we have 535 vans across the country which enables to reach at the very last moment. We have 3,000 service centers which cover more than 99% of the PIN codes today in the country. We have 6,000 talukas covered. We have 10,000 expert engineers only on the services side. We have face-to-face repairs, we have technical R&D support. So all of that is there in India. How many of you are aware that Samsung has built the largest factory in the country, which is not only will be serving the country as well, we are making it for world. So what has happened in last 4-5 years is that what was happening to China, that all of these large investment were going to China, has started coming to India. And this has not only grown the economy from an economy perspective, but employment, jobs, everything. And that's where I would end up my presentation with a small video which only talks about our services enablement.
हेलो
हेलो मैम मैं सैमसंग से अमित बात कर रहा हूँ।
जी अमित।
आपने टीवी की कंप्लेन करवाई है?
हाँ, क्या आप 7 बजे के पहले आ सकते हैं?
जी। बिल्कुल।
बह चला आसमान तेरे संग तू उड़ चला, इन कल कल करती नदियों सा तू बह चला, बह चला, बह चला। मुश्किलें हैं राहों में जो भर के उनको बाहों में तू चल चला, चल चला। जहाँ आँखें तेरी राह ताके खिड़कियों से पल पल झांके कि तू रोशनी संग लाएगा।
मैं थोड़ा फंस गया हूँ, बस आ ही रहा हूँ।
लगता है चन्नू की भेड़ों ने फिर ट्रैफिक जाम कर दिया है। जल्दी आइएगा। अमित,
जी।
आइए आइए। टीवी अंदर है। टाइम पे ठीक तो हो जाएगा ना?
जी मैम।
हो गया?
बस मैम।
हाँ, अब ठीक है। चलो चलो चलो, जल्दी चलो, शो शुरू होने वाला है। जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी, आराम से। अमित जी, रिमोट।
जी।
वेलकम बैक टू जूनियर इंडियन आइकन। और आज की पहली कंटेस्टेंट है हम सबकी चहेती प्रेरणा।
तेरे बिन नहीं लगता दिल मेरा ढोलना, तेरे बिन नहीं लगता दिल मेरा ढोलना। हमारे हॉस्टल की है और पता है मेरी बेस्ट फ्रेंड भी।
रिश्ते निभाने के लिए कभी कभी थोड़ा दूर जाना पड़ता है, इसीलिए सैमसंग सर्विस वैन्स जाती हैं देश के कोने कोने तक।
I'm sorry, we cannot take up any questions at the moment. We are really running short of time. Very quickly, please.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's Aadhaar card enabled. No, we have an iris device as well, sir. Yeah, it's little costlier. That technology framework, it's little costlier than your fingerprint. So thank you very much. So we have a booth. If I would request you, we have whatever solutions I have presented, it's available here, and we will be happy to showcase all of these solutions. And I would request you and urge you to visit our booth. I have my team. I am available throughout the day, and I would be happy to engage with most of you. Thank you.